just different.
Yeah. Fuck it, I'm stuck in my ways. Paper is all we about, nigga. All that beefing for the lame dudes. They just be running their mouth, nigga. Had me call a Brook and Rumble. Had them grimy niggas run up in your house, nigga. Cannon all up in your mouth. Ugh. Rick James on your couch. Whoa. Cheddar bang with the cloud. Oh, Barry Blue with the account. Oh, only losers talking down, but looking up to me when I come around. That's why I got the crown. These dudes ain't ill, rapping they frail, nigga. That shit I can't feel, lacking the skill. I'm sleeping on rappers like Bill after the pill, yeah. Fuck is on your mind, boy. Came back to put you niggas back in line, boy. Get a good looking niggas on your side, boy. Oh, bitch, niggas, whole click a bunch of tomboys. God, Staten Island, yeah, it's mine, boy. I ain't trying, I just do it on the side, spit a guy. How y'all in the booth all day and still playing catch up? You ain't even got a job. Defeat these niggas in my leisure. Beastin', rest in peace when I'm on that feature. Beastin', he's rapping, immaculate, feed him. Niggas G'ing him if they saying they seeing him. See me and my niggas one of a kind. Probably why everybody be so mad at us all the time. I ain't aiming at nothing, I'm just detonating the bomb. It's a blame new line since we messing with niggas' minds.
Fuck around and have a Billy in a Pico. Just a rego for a grip. Leave a nigga stitch on the lead low. To me, you niggas is fruit of the loom. They keep it brief though. We on leave a nigga reformed. I ain't meek though. See all of my niggas riding in the streets though. None of us ain't doing Willie. Start up on you like a hilly. I'm up in the semi, no bluff. It'll lift a nigga up. Try to tell the niggas that I be the one with the wave. Got a little shorty with the pose. In the stage, all my niggas black and with the white. A bunch of renegades. You ain't with the action on my life. You niggas just a rage. You ain't gotta ask them with the shits, nigga. Messing with the flow, cause about how I flip, nigga. Stepping up the medication, get a dish, nigga. Barry with the bat, just hit me when you need a hit, nigga. Known fact, I'ma knock it out the park. CBS is lighting up the dark, you don't wanna see the spark. Pop a nigga, let us see the twirl. You can have the Allen, nigga, I'ma need the word. Known fact, I'ma knock it out the park. CBS is lighting up the dark, you don't wanna see the spark. Still gon' do it, give a fuck about who do it first. You can have the Allen, I'ma need the universe.
I create the way. These niggas ride around it. I create the way. These niggas ride around it. I create the way. These niggas ride around it. I create the way. These niggas ride around it. Yeah. Fuck it, I'm stuck in my ways. Paper is all we about, nigga. All that beefing for the lame dudes. They just be running their mouth.
Already know the rivalry is who run the city. T-Tom, Big Fan Breezy. Oh, I woke up in the greatest of moods this morning. If you know, you know. I've been waiting for this all day long. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you're in the building, press share. You know what I mean? Let's get the bubbles going for whatever team that you represent. You feel me? Whether it be the Knicks or the New Jersey Nets. You feel me?
Brooklyn Nets.
The New Jersey Nets. You feel me? Whatever that is, let's see those likes go up. Let's see those orange and blue or black and white bubbles in the comments, man. Word. So before I do what I'm about to do for the next 2 hours, man, I'm gonna let you have time for you to weep on this live. You feel me?
Yo, man, you fin. I'm just listening to you talk your shit, bro. I'm just waiting, man, because at the end of the day, you said this
put it
on the Twitter. I seen you. It was Therapy and Sports. I seen you, and to me, honestly, it was a pleasant surprise. To be honest, I thought it was Kev, and when I seen it was you was there. I was like, oh, all right. And then I guess you would call it a soliloquy. But the truth is that the way I was breaking it down is the stuff that I complained about, and then I got a lot of ridicule, criticism about me calling myself a vlog different. You know, I was going out saying I vlog different. But case in point is what I said was good for us, and we took the risk. And I said, as a fan base, we were ready though. As a fan base, we were ready from having that call for that I mentioned in Allen, Karras, Harris, and Spencer Dinwiddie, and that's our fan base. And when that off season, when we got Katie and Kyrie, like it's an off season now, in that space, we was ready to be the over, like we was the underdog. And what I'm saying is, when we was the underdog, it felt better. You know what I'm saying? It felt better being an underdog because it felt like we climbed our way to the top, and then I just felt like, you know what I'm saying? Not to the top, but to compete. We was really competing, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like when KD and Kyrie came to the team, now I'm saying the fan base was like, yeah, we embraced it. Like, now I'm saying, you know, it's going to be something good. But the truth is, when I say I vlog different, I say like they came here and everybody had to leave. And on other teams that get built, they just add the pieces. They don't take all the pieces that's there, trade them, trade the coach. Like you just traded everything. It's like you gutted out the whole entire team besides Joe Harris, even the coach. And when you compare coaches from Steve Nash to Kenny Atkinson, based on history, if Kenny Atkinson had that same roster, I don't see us in the same position. Case in point is KD came here with Steve Nash. He could leave with Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? And besides that, I feel like with Kyrie Irving, if you don't want to be here with something to prove, you shouldn't play here. If y'all feel like y'all accomplished players, y'all can do whatever y'all want with the NBA, like handle it the way y'all want. Like y'all can't just do us like that. Y'all came to the team and just dismantled the whole entire everything we had going on just for y'all only to get swept in the first round and then y'all left. No one compete with us. Y'all ain't on our side, and if y'all ain't on that side, then fine. We'll have a team that has something to prove. And Bruce Brown, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't mad at Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown took the bag. We ain't had a bag to give him. Instead of giving Bruce Brown 2 years and $20 million, we gave it to Nick Claxton. I think when Nick Claxton seen that they gave more money to Nick Claxton than him, he did. And I respect it. I respect it because Bruce Brown did more than Nick Claxton in the time span that they were Brooklyn Nets. So for the fact that the Nets decided to give Nick Claxton the bread over Bruce Brown, it's like, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. And me landing this plane, right? I see the best thing that Sean Marks did was draft Jared Allen. The worst thing that he did was trade Jared Allen. After he traded Jared Allen, and that was all in the trade with him and Harden and the draft picks. That's when it all went bad because everything that he worked hard to do, he just gave it up. What is that? Like, how did that work? Like, how did that conversation go where you get to just take all of these pieces out, even Jared Allen? And when you think about who deserved the bread, Jared Allen or James Harden, Jared Allen deserved it season for season. I'm not talking about as an entire player. That season to that season, who played better, Jared Allen or James Harden? Oh, matter of fact, to lean the conversation more, who would be a better fit for the Brooklyn Nets, Jared Allen or James Harden? Which is my debate with Sean Marks. That's the worst thing you did as a GM. The best thing you did was draft Jared Allen, and the worst thing you did was trade Jared Allen. So that being said, it went downhill from there, you know what I'm saying? And if we don't replace him with another center like DeAndre Ayton or something like that, then I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got to replace this Jared Allen situation. That's the first and foremost.
Yeah, you done?
Yeah.
Please let me work. Get that water. He about to get this work. He about to get this work.
Oh, baby, let me work. Yo, listen, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that bull you kicking right now, bro. Sean Marks is a disgrace of a GM, and he needs to be kicked out, and show is Joe's side. Disgrace. They let KD and Kyrie come in here and run amok in Brooklyn, son. Run amok. They destroyed a great growing culture y'all had. Destroyed it. Came in, claimed that they loved the culture that was going on in Brooklyn. Came in and kicked everybody out. They kicked everybody out. They kicked the coach out. They kicked the young players out. What? Then Sean Marks doubles down on what was already looking kind of shaky. Traded a buttload of draft picks for James Harden. James Harden come in. He scopes the scene. He go, deuces. Y'all extend KD, and the very next season he wants to be traded. Yeah. Oh, and newsflash, Y'all didn't even offer Bruce Brown no bread. Bruce Brown was on his IG saying that Sean Marks didn't even hit him up with a phone call. He was the best player on your team in the playoffs. Brooklyn Nets they looking like a disgrace. And I'm going to give y'all the ridicule that none of these sports commentators are willing to do, because they were making hella fun of us for trying to sign a Jalen Brunson, which a solid point guard, which we absolutely desperately need. But it's real. They tiptoeing around the fact that KD is soft and he's a sucker. And I've been telling you he's soft and he's a sucker. He's soft, son. He's soft. There's nowhere in the world as a man and a competitor you supposed to get swept by a team in the playoffs and your response, the first thing before free agency hit is, I want to leave? You soft. And I told you when y'all got KD and Kyrie that Kyrie was a cancer. He was a locker room cancer. I told you these things. You need to listen to T-Time. I be trying to warn you. I'm trying to save you from this heartache and pain, son. I tried to warn you. I told you that Josiah he's looking like a sucker of an owner. It's too late to try to take back control after you let them already run amok through your organization. You feel me? You let them do what they want to do for pretty much 3 years. And now you trying to get I already flexed my weight around here. You can't come back and try to, this is mine now. This is my team now. And furthermore, about KD being a sucker, how you leave an organization that paid you a whole year to rehab? They knew you were injured, paid you a whole entire year just to rehab. And then he walked up in Josiah's office with his chest poked out, knocked over a lamp, pushed his pencil on the ground, and said, yo, I want out of here. I want out of here. Your team is whack. I don't like your style. Your whole style chump. I want out of here. Because Kyrie Irving didn't get what he wanted. And I knew this was going to happen because Kyrie Irving was not going to sign no extension where that team had control over him and his money. I knew he wasn't going to do that. They talk about, he's going to have to, they going to offer him incentive-based contract. I'm like, y'all clearly don't listen to Kyrie Irving talk. What made you think that Kyrie Irving is going to be cool with them being like, yeah, you can't take days off for whatever cause you want, or you're not going to get paid? So Kyrie accepted his option, and he like, I'm going to get paid this season. Whether I'm with the Nets or not, I'm going to get my chicken, and they'll let the chips fall where they may the next year. You feel me? And I ain't gonna hold you. Kyrie is gonna be difficult to move. He's putting the Nets in a real effed up situation. And I know you're gonna get into, the whole we still looking good depending on what we could get back. Bro.
I'm saying, I'm letting you got the floor, bro. I'm not even going.
I know, but I'm gonna beat you to the punch because I know that's gonna be some rhetoric coming from you that we go depending on KD's a high market value player and depending what bro. Two things you gotta understand. Yes, teams would like to have KD, but teams ain't gonna bust up their whole team for KD because then what's the point? You feel me? And two, you also gotta realize KD is going to be 34 at the beginning of the season. At the end of his contract, he's going to be 37 going on 38, making buku bucks. That is people are not like that. Talk about Devin Booker. It starts the conversation with Phoenix. If I was the owner of the GM of Phoenix, I'm hanging up the phone. These dudes smoking the rock. Devin Booker is 25 years old and already a superstar player, and is only going to continue to get better. While in his prime, he got another 7 to 8 years of prime basketball left. KD, two at max. Why would I trade this kid? And we drafted him. Like, bro, it is not looking as great for the Nets as y'all think. The most y'all might get is like, I think y'all gonna get a crap ton of first round picks. A crap ton of first round picks. But for the immediate future, y'all either gonna be stuck with 2 disgruntled stars or gonna get like 1 all-star and a crap ton of first round picks. And I rest my case for now because there's still more work to be done. I'm gonna let you talk because I don't want to talk the whole show. You know, I want to let you talk.
Bro, we 19 minutes in, man. You see me again. You gotta realize, and I vlogged this. Spark up, drink something, sage the rage, drink jasmine tea, green tea, anything that keeps you calm, anything that brings you at peace. Meditate, relax, do yoga, work out, take your girl on a date, go on a picnic, go have fun, go out with the guys, do whatever you do, but don't panic. A lot of people going to say a lot of things, especially a lot of Knicks fans. Knicks fans are going to say a lot, but I got a lot of suggestions besides panicking. Also, you can go fly a kite. You could go on a yacht. You go to an all-white party. You could go to
a lot of flying a kite. It's gonna be a lot of flying kites in Brooklyn.
You know what I'm saying? You could do any of that, but don't panic. All you gotta do is pay attention to who we got, not who we don't got. Who wanna play here, not who don't wanna play here. We got Cam Thomas and we got Day'Ron Sharpe. Now, before y'all get into this whole, how y'all gonna lean on him? Let me explain what I'm trying to say. Now, far as a rebuild is concerned, it puts us in a situation where we gotta rely on our second-year guys more than we thought we was. Now, me watching the podcast, I knew that was gonna happen, but I did think that KD would be there. And the truth is we can't replace KD's offense. So we got to change the identity of our team to a defensive team, especially with Ben Simmons being the main guy on the floor for us. I mean, if KD is bouncing and Kyrie in the back of his mind, he thinking about next season because he going to bounce and try to be with KD, that means he ain't going to play with no heart. So I'm asking, how could the Brooklyn Nets win if we don't play with something to prove? Hashtag something to prove. If you playing for the Brooklyn Nets, you gotta play with something to prove. Royce O'Neal, they want to talk spicy about you. Welcome, my dude. Now I'm saying I ain't saying you KD replacement or nothing like that. I'm saying I know if you give it all you got, you could show the world that you ready to be a star. People develop here and then they leave. They get better and they leave. Tell me if I'm call it different if you see it. They get better here and they leave, or they get the bag here and they leave. We need players that's committed, that want to stay. And thus far, it just seems like it's a GM and owner-wise, they have to stop players running through this team doing whatever they want to do. And I think that's where the KD wanting a trade happens. But at the end of the day, they gave KD what he wanted and let Nash. KD has to get a trade with Nash. In the talks, in the conversations, it has to say Nash and KD getting traded to another team. It's a package. You have to trade them together. He would not be a head coach anywhere else in the NBA. No disrespect to Nash, but he doesn't have a resume for him to be a head coach. It is a call by KD, and if KD is not on a team, how much time does Nash really think he got? I'm just being honest. So since we talking about it, now I'm only saying that to say, I feel like far as us going forward after this, the owner and the GM just let the players do what they want to do. And again, when I say do what they want to do, I feel like Sean Marks said it in a press conference like, yo, KD is the player development coach. Right there, you skipping Steve Nash and what a coach is supposed to do. If anybody's supposed to be, you know what I mean? Like you skipping Nash, not making him responsible where he's supposed to be responsible. So if he's not so responsible for what coaches are supposed to be responsible for, and you put that on KD, and now you and KD not speaking in the offseason, and you don't pick up the phone to call him, he like, yo, how you not gonna call me? Even though, like you said, he and I think that's gracious of the ball club where they did take on a contract knowing he wouldn't be ready when the season started so that he could heal. I agree that makes Brooklyn look good. But when KD did play, KD made Brooklyn look good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, by taking the contract with KD won't play immediately, Brooklyn look good by doing that. Like, all right, we showing faith. We're going to build on this. You know what I'm saying? We don't really think we're going to win it without KD, but we're going to build with this until KD get back. You know what I'm saying? And that didn't work like that because I think Kyrie didn't want to play because he wasn't there. So it's like they got too much control right then and there. So if they was going to put a stop to it, it could have been right there. And again, I'm saying far as control when it comes down to the ball club. And I like Kyrie individually. And I like KD individually. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? To both of them, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I feel like they did our team dirty. I came to the team and KD, he holds a different weight from Kyrie Irving. KD holds the weight of I actually been there and I was committed. And that's true. And I give KD that all respect. I ain't got no spicy talk when it comes to that. When he did play, he gave it all he got. But what I will say, in my opinion, as a fan, the competitive spirit, I feel like it left you and Kyrie after y'all lost that first game. Like y'all just couldn't get past that hump because y'all lost that first game. And I'm saying that to say, no disrespect, in contrast to LeBron just in a 3-1 series to come back. I think that's the second time it's been done. And I'm saying, KD, you can't, I don't know if you trying to chase his legacy or whatnot, but case in point is you ain't got to do what he trying to do. Like, I don't see the relevance of you skipping town on us when you had a place to call home. You could have took off your hat. You know what I mean? You got Junior's cheesecake up the block. You got oxtail, rice and peas, plantains. You got all this Caribbean food up the block. All of this up the block from the Barclays, and you leave this for what? I'm interested to see. I want to know, but the case in point is Kyrie is different because he wasn't there. And he decided as a man, I'm not going to take the COVID shot, and I respect it. But at the end of the day, this case where you still miss more games as a Brooklyn Net than play games as a Brooklyn Nets. So regardless of how you feel about it, that's just a fact of the matter. You feel what I'm saying? That being said, you wasn't there helping us win. We were 21-9 without you. Feel what I'm saying? No disrespect. KD was winning without you, and we was figuring it out. And Cam Thomas was getting minutes. So,
Sean Marks need to be fired. Y'all traded a first-round pick for Royce O'Neal, a guy who is a 5-year veteran and averages 6 points a game. That's what y'all traded a first-round pick for. Y'all already don't got that many. And y'all traded a first-round pick for Royce O'Neal. Sean Marks is the worst GM in the NBA. Yes, he is. You can't even defend that no more, bro. He is the worst GM in the NBA because there was no safety net for what he did, bro. There is no safety net. Like now it's disheveled. It's burning down. It's burning down, bro. It's burning down. Y'all, Royce O'Neal was supposed to replace Bruce Brown, somebody who was averaging this season over 10 points a game, playing 4-1 on your team. Like, what? Sean Marks is trash, and KD is soft like Terry Clough, son. He's soft like Terry Clough, son. You can't defend him, bro. Being up 3-1 to Golden State, dipping on OKC, blaming it all on Rusty. Go to Golden State, get your 2 rings. Draymond Green yell at you, hurt your feelings. You abandoned them. Y'all could have 3-peated and 4-peated. Y'all could have been the first team to 4-peat, son. Well, he got injured, so they wouldn't have 4-peated. You feel me? But they could have did a Bulls joint. They could have had the Bulls dynasty, son. But you dipped on them because Draymond Green hurt your feelings. Then you come to Brooklyn, talk hella spicy about your over the bridge neighbors. You come here and destroy the whole Brooklyn Nets organization with the help of Kyrie Irving. They destroyed it, bro. Like, there's no way that no matter what y'all trade back, y'all gonna get KD's equal value. KD right now, KD as a basketball player right now, there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing a team could offer you that is equivalent of what he could do on the basketball court. So y'all lose out in that. Y'all gonna end up in a rebuild, bro. because there's no situation that Sean Marks is not a good GM, bro. He's going to end up doing more damage than helping. You feel me? He may draft well. I give him that. He may draft well. So the only thing that can save y'all is some draft picks, because actually trading player for player, he's trash. And let's not mention the whole Ben Simmons situation. How did y'all know? Let me finish this point. How y'all didn't know Ben Simmons didn't have a back injury when y'all traded for him? Because the story that y'all telling is that he had a shot soon as he got traded, a back shot soon as he got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. Don't he have to clear a physical before the trade go through? How you didn't know this man already was having back issues and then go, oh, no, we not doing that. We'll find somewhere else to trade James Harden. Because there's other teams that'll take a James Harden. We're not going to trade for another injured superstar. Like, Sean Marks is poop, son, and Josiah needs to be, his head need to be held in shame. The way that people been calling for, Leon Rose, the whole press conferences, somebody needs to get Josiah somewhere to sit down and explain himself. Him and Sean Marks need to be in front of cameras to explain themselves, because what they did is a travesty. And I don't even like Brooklyn Nets fans, but y'all deserve better, bro. Y'all deserve better. To get y'all hopes up so high. We on the ship named champion. We gonna win a championship. No, this is Big Fair Breezy. We gonna win 5 championships in the next 10 years. We on a ship named champion. We still have opportunity. A life raft named Opportunity.
Now, I'm not saying that. I'm waiting to see.
Now the mantra is, we'll be all right. Y'all went from a ship with 5 championships in the next 10 years to a ship named Champion to a life raft called Opportunity to we'll be all right.
I think we'd be a playoff team. But to push back on what you said about Sean Marks, again, I gave him a lot of credit because he came from the school of Coach Pop, and I held the bar high because of that very reason. I think when he draft, like you say, he's a good drafter, and there's a lot of picks that he could have kept that he didn't keep. The same year he drafted Kyle Kuzma with Jared Allen, we could have had them on the same team. I'm just saying that to say he hit or miss with the draft, but more good than bad. But he could make up for that with Cam Thomas and Daron Sharp and Kessler Edwards and DDJ. They're looking at DDJ because it looked like we are on rebuild mode if KD and Kyrie is leaving. That's just the truth of the matter. I'm not going to ignore that. But fact is that that's what made Sean Marks good, is the draft. And when he went away from that and went the free agent way, it went bad. Even if KD and Kyrie they were the best free agents on the market when we had that salary cap to get those guys. And we did, and it didn't work. Sean Marks is not good in the free agency. Sean Marks is in the draft. He's good in the draft. And if we're going to win as a team, I think Sean Marks, if he's going to have a legendary name in this game as a GM, it's going to be from the draft, not from the free agencies. And you could put it all on KD and Kyrie, but at the end of the day, maybe from now on, they put their foot down and set the tone for all players that's coming in. And maybe that's what it was with Bruce Brown. Maybe I don't know what it was. You know what I mean? But I just feel like 20 mil is not a lot to ask for. What they gave Clax, we could have gave Bruce Brown. And out of respect, I would have gave it to Bruce Brown. But maybe it didn't work because Bruce Brown didn't want it to work, and he wanted to go to the Denver Nuggets. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't get a call. You can't
say yeah.
Sean Marks didn't even call that man, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
The disrespect. Bruce Brown.
Yeah, that.
Even though y'all got swept, Bruce Brown played his heart out in that.
Nah, no, he outscored Kyrie and KD in one of those playoff games.
Played his heart out, and you don't even pick up the phone to see like, let's work something out.
Nah, I can't defend Sean Marks.
What you do is like, I should give up this first round pick for Royce O'Neal. when we could just simply, we already got a guy. He's been working on his offensive game. He's a way better offensive player than when he came to the team. He's a great defender, great rebounder for his size, and an amazing complimentary player.
Yeah,
Yo,
they're not. Listen, I got. That's what I'm saying. This stuff, when I say I vlog different, I don't agree with that. I think Bruce Brown deserved a phone call. Like, come on, like he deserved a phone call. And as far as the identity, I seen that in a press conference, Sean Marks said it's on the players. But if it's on the players, you don't. How do you give them that respect if you don't call them? You know, you got to make them feel important. Like, yo, you know, I thought Bruce Brown was good. I seen it with Joe Tsai and the owner at a couple of games. I thought they was good. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you see, at the Liberty game or something like that, you like, oh, all right, things are going well. You know, things are going per usual. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I guess it wasn't like that. And you know, the truth is that, in my opinion, from last season to this season, with all of the off-season moves that happened, the East got tougher. You know what I'm saying? And if we want to be in a 1 through 8, we gotta be patient to see what happens, because regardless of KD being whatever you said, truth is yeah, we do expect a return for KD. And as far as a return, like Zach LaVine, he just signed again with Chicago Bulls, but and I would go after Ayton. I like Ayton, Bridges, and picks. You know, I like Ayton, Bridges, and
I
picks. You
think
know what I'm saying?
honestly, that is the most realistic outcome for you guys.
That's what I like.
And I think
You
that's
know what I'm saying?
the best offer you probably gonna get.
Yeah.
Because
Like, let me explain. Let me explain why. Right. I like Ayton, Bridges, and picks because Bridges, you get the wing. This guy never missed one game. Like, you know how they got the Iron Man award? You play all 82 regular season games. Like, he's that guy. And I'm saying that to say, you, Sean Marks, make up for not having Jared Allen with a DeAndre Ayton. He has something to prove. He feel like he was underused in that series, and part of the reason why they lost is because he didn't get the ball, and he got that hunger. So I think it makes sense for the Brooklyn Nets, and it puts us in a 1 through 8 competitively. Like, we could be a playoff team.
Yo, yeah, I think, yeah, because the reason why I think that's the best offer you're gonna get, because the reason why you bring in a 34-year-old KD is to win now. Like, we're planning on winning this year, so this is why we're going to trade for KD. But you don't do that by breaking up and giving away all your other superstars. Like, what makes you think they're going to give you Devin Booker? So, like, I'm not talking about you per se. This is what I'm talking about from Sean Marks. What makes you think they're going to give you Devin Booker and Ayton? So their two best players is the 34-year-old Kevin Durant and a 37 going on 38-year-old Chris Paul. Like, what? How does that make sense? How do you come out the West with that team? You don't. You feel me? You don't make it out the West. You don't make it out the second round with that team. You feel me? Like, so I think Ayton and some draft picks is literally the best offer you're going to get, but I do got a joke for you. You know how you always talk about breaking records? I think the Brooklyn Nets broke a record. They're about to be the first team ever to lose 3 Hall of Famers in a matter of 6 months. I've never seen it before. It has to be a first. It has to be a first. 3 Hall of Famers. 3 Hall of Famers in their prime in a matter of 6 months. Less than 6 months. A matter of 5 months. The Brooklyn Nets did that. First to ever do it. Y'all the first to ever do it. Congratulations. Y'all broke a record.
I think the only way it would have worked with KD and Sean Marks, if Sean Marks had a little more enthusiasm to show that, yo, we care about you being here. You know, you got to make, again, you got to make these guys a priority.
KD already knew he wasn't coming back. He didn't speak to the organization since the playoffs. He didn't have no contact with the Brooklyn Nets since they got swept. KD and Kyrie already was like this. Kyrie already called KD. He's like, yo, if they don't give me my bread, we out, bro. And KD was like, copy. And he sat, did whatever he did, whatever he does with his antisocial ass, whatever he does on Twitter, arguing with Perk and everybody else on Twitter at home. not talking to Sean Marks, not talking to Josiah, seeing how they could better the organization and the steps they need to take forward to improve on whatever the hell that they was doing. KD sat at the crib like, I'm out if they don't give my boy his cheese. Because it was never, you always talking about something to prove. Only thing, they didn't have nothing to prove. The only thing they prove is that they wanted to play together. They don't want. That's the only thing they proved is they wanted to play together. It wasn't.
But that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't about. And this leads me further to believe that it was never about the culture that they quote unquote liked. You feel me? Like I said, it was an opportunity that they could go to a team together and do whatever the hell they wanted to do, and they proved that over these 3 years. They literally did whatever the hell they wanted to do.
But they missed. And I think my thing is Sean Marks took a long time to push back. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not like KD and Kyrie got here last season. You know, I think Sean Marks took too long to push back. Him and Josiah too long to push back. And when they finally pushed back, they're like, what do you mean? We did all of this and we missed. But now I think we should do it like this because now this and that. And they're like, nah, you know, we got to take it back because you missed. You missed, you know what I mean? You said it was gonna be like this, but you missed. So we're not gonna let you do it again. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is take Nash with you because that is part of KD's strategy to win it. It's for a coach to manage personalities. And at the end of the day, I still feel like a good coaching is synonymous with winning championships. And I don't think you can really skip that. And when you talk about championship teams, you know, I think coaches always get big respect when they win a championship, you know, respectfully. So that being said, you know, Nash is in a situation where he ain't got no experience. And again, you know, I'm just saying, like, what is it like for Nash? Like, is he getting phone calls? Is Sean Marks in communication with Nash? Like, what are they best buddies? So you trying to say Nash had no responsibility in this? As a GM, I feel like you're supposed to get the players. As a coach, you're supposed to play the players. And I think where Nash went wrong was not surrounding KD with real help. Real help is Blake Griffin in the playoffs, the first game, not the last game. You know what I'm saying? And LaMarcus Aldridge, just because the way the Celtics were, they're like they're a big team. You know what I mean? You want to put big guys and don't cut James Johnson either. You know what I mean? So I'm saying all that to say that you can't just, in my opinion, I don't look at it and put blame just on one KD or one Nash or one Sean Marks, but it's to me between them three and Kyrie a collective, and the undermining of the coach by a superstar is bad. I could flat out tell you, ain't no championship gonna happen when a superstar of the team undermines the coach, and until that part of Brooklyn Nets basketball is fixed, it's gonna be a hard time for the Brooklyn Nets. That's how I feel.
This is absolutely the biggest failure in NBA history, bro. The biggest failure. The best collection of talent that absolutely did nothing. You feel me? I can't name a better team that put a collection of people together that did absolutely nothing, bro. Nothing. Like, yo, in 3 years, because I got to count Kyrie's first year because he was able to play. He decided not to play in the bubble. You feel me? That's on him. You feel me? So in 3 years, y'all only won one playoff series more than the Knicks with KD, Kyrie, James Harden, and now Ben Simmons on the team, even though Ben Simmons didn't play. Then you add future Hall of Famer LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin. I think Blake Griffin, he may not be a first ballot, but he's definitely a Hall of Famer.
For sure.
A super solid role player in Patty Mills, super solid role player in Seth Curry, Bruce Brown turned up. Like, this is one of the best collections of talents that absolutely achieved nothing, son. Nothing. That's
what I'm saying. Like, how as a fan, how real bad do you think we feel? Oh my God, we lost. Look what we lost. We lost what? Listen, like right there. Let's stay right there real quick. We were, as the call for, overachievers for what we was doing. And when they came, we were supposed to be the overachievers, but we became the underachieved Like, we was overachievers for making the playoffs and just competing. They came to the team and we was supposed to, you know what I mean, not be the underdog no more. So we went from not being the underdog and now we like supposed to win. And they couldn't handle the pressure. KD, you could have called this home. Like, we got love for you. Like, as a player, you committed, but at the end of the day, you don't have no loyalty to no team. You don't want to call no team home. I seen a clip earlier, and it had Kobe. He was like, "Yo, you know, me and Kevin Durant, we good friends. This and that. I speak to all of them and this and that." He said, "But you're not the same guy, the same player, the same competitor. If you can't let them watch you win a championship and miss the playoffs on the same team." That means you don't have that in your, you know what I'm saying? As a competitor, you got to have that. And this is quotes from Kobe Bryant. You feel what I'm saying? So, and he's speaking specifically to Kevin Durant. And I'm saying that to say it's a certain integrity that you have as a competitor, not as a player, but as a competitor. And I think that's the difference between Kobe Bryant and a lot of these other players. They're just players. They're great players. But Kobe Bryant was also a great competitor. And I don't think that KD, he could compete with a Kobe Bryant. Like, he might be as good as Kobe Bryant, but competitive-wise, nah.
Yeah, this is what I've been telling you. This is why I didn't respect him since the Golden State Warriors thing. I told you that he ain't built like that. And he pretty much told the world in Slam Magazine he's not a leader. He said that. That's his words. I'm not a leader. I'm just another guy on the team. You feel me? He said that, and he's proven that he ain't got the heart. His heart pump Kool-Aid, son.
I don't think he want to own those words and then not live up to it. But that's what competing is. You just had a potential. Like, you ain't do it yet, but you believe you can do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That man, he's soft. I told you he's soft. You feel me? And he got heart. Kevin Durant got heart. Look what he did to you. You talk about we supposed to be sad. Yes, you supposed to be sad because your hopes was all the way up there. You had champagne wishes and caviar dreams, son.
Yeah, but he don't want to be here, bro.
You was on your Robin Leach, bro.
Bro, he don't want to be here. Like, we can't hold. Nah, we can't hold nobody that want to be here.
He took the knife and stuck it in your back. He hit y'all with the prison shiv. He prison shivved y'all.
Listen, he competed.
We got to call,
but he
bro.
ain't loyal to us, man.
Yo, Kev, tell him what it is, man. Yo, Kev. I put Kev on hold. He start doing other stuff. Yo, Kev. All right, you're going to have to call back. Yeah, yo, Kev, call back, man. I put you on hold. You start doing other stuff. Yo, that's facts, Anna. He is stressed out. He tried to play it like he not stressed. That boy grew like 4 gray hairs since yesterday.
Yeah. Nah, for real, bro. I'm telling you. I think you gotta realize
I had during this show.
But no, Pete, bro. With stress for what? What did we miss? They didn't take us to the finals. What did they did for us to miss like that? All right, so think about look. Think about what I'm saying, right? From hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, Kev.
You already know, Rick. Knicks run the city.
Facts.
I want to make this real quick. Nah. Hey, goodbye. Nah. Hey, goodbye, bro. It's been really great. It's been really great, my friend. I'm sorry that the ship has sunk. And you know, I feel for you, my brother. I really do, man, because you look really stressed out. You look stressed out. And you know, you did it to yourself. That's all I'm gonna say, man. But I'm gonna leave you with that. Yo, T-Time, my guy. We'll talk soon, bro.
You already know, bro. I appreciate you.
All right, brother. Be easy.
Can I say something to that?
You can say whatever you want. That was hilarious.
All right. What I will say to that is, again, before he got here, there wasn't much difference. We went to the second round, but we got swept before they got here, and then we got swept while they was here. How much do we miss him, and how much will we miss them? Shout out to KD, you're a great guy. We love you and your family. I think you should do the best things you want to do in the off season. Live your life. Live a vida loca. Go anywhere you want to go. Travel. Do whatever you like. Visit places you ain't never been before. Go from town to town, doing whatever you like. Shop. Do whatever you like. But I know you're not going to be a Brooklyn Nets next season. You're not going to have on that jersey. So I said all that to say, I mean, as great of a player that you are, I was kind of looking at you and your legacy in a way where you will hang your hat up here and call it home, like you could retire somewhere. I didn't think you wanted to jump teams. I thought all those situations were just, I understood, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to say, for you to pack up and leave like that, sometimes it just draws me back and it throws me for a loop. You know what I mean? That's a phone call?
Who run the city? You know what I mean? State your biz, you heard?
You already know it's Splashcast in the building. Team Knicks edition in the building. You already know the rivalry. The Knicks run the city.
Already know the rivalry.
So,
shit, bro.
I ain't gonna be too harsh on you tonight, all right? I'm gonna keep it cordial. And I'm gonna say a couple of things and I'm gonna get out of here. The first thing is, I honestly feel like you need to give Knicks fans like me, T-Tom, Kev, DJ, and I'm surprised you for telling you before this Big Three experiment even started that this was not going to work out, that these chemistry problems were going to linger, and y'all was not going to get to the supposed goal that y'all was trying to get to. Okay? That's number one. Number two is, we also told you that your organization followed in our old footsteps of dumping picks, getting rid of players, getting rid of assets, just to win and put yourself in a deficit in the long run. How does win now work? Is win now working for y'all or what? Tell me, Breezy. Is win now working?
What did he say?
He said, "Is win now working for y'all?"
Is win now working?
Oh, he said, "Is it not working for bro?" What I will say to that is this: anybody who articulate their debate and it makes sense, I get it. I respect it. I respect people's debate, but at the same time, as a fan, I'm gonna be optimistic, even though the team that I'm a fan of may not be making the maneuvers that I would like them to make. Obviously, I would want this team to be a team that has integrity and has good business relationships with the players, the superstars, and not let the superstars run the show. Like, there should be a relationship between the owners and the superstars, and they got to be on the same page about who's who and what's what. And I think it was a power struggle between the superstars and the GM and the owner. And reason why we in this situation, and I think we are trying to put our foot down, even if we got Royce O'Neal for a draft pick. It's some type of, we just trying to gain power back, because I feel like things got out of hand. And as much as I want to say this is a ship, you know what I'm saying? As much as I want to say this is a ship named champion, this is championship, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of work to do, you know what I'm saying? We got to build the shit back up. Now, I mean, I got to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Shit is real out here. And I think the fact that GM-wise, Sean Marks know he lost a lot not having Jarrett Allen, because, again, I feel like a lot of his success came from seeing Jarrett Allen develop as a player and Caris LeVert, even though Joe Harris came from Cleveland, and Spencer Dinwiddie, seeing them develop. Again, he's part of the reason why the players come on the team. The people that decide who's on the team is the GM. That's what I imagine, right? So I just feel like, you know, he had some good pieces, but he's just too giving. He's just too willing to negotiate. He got to know when to say no. I think Sean Marks said yes too many times, and now he's saying no, even if it's at his detriment. But at the end of the day, I feel like he could clean up this mess with the Phoenix trade. You know, trade KD for Ayton, Bridges, and picks.
Yo, Fraz, appreciate you on the call up, bro.
Yeah. Good looking, man.
All right, I'll holler.
What a pleasure to be here.
You all ready? All right, I will. Yeah, so, you know, I can roast the Nets all day. I literally could.
Have at it.
But, you know, there are Knicks fans in here, and we want to celebrate some Knicks news. You feel me? For once, the Knicks front office, I think they're having a really good, you know, offseason, a really good free agency. I think the Jalen Brunson, all right, you get daps. That's what we doing now. Yeah, but I think Jalen Brunson was a really good pickup. There's a lot of, you know, talk about the price tag that comes with Jalen Brunson, but I'm like, bro, for a player his stature, that's what it costs. You feel me? Like, and the CBA is about to go up in 2 years. Like, that's about to go up into, so 25 mil ain't gonna look like nothing in the next 2 years. You feel me? Like, so, and when you look at it, like Mike Conley get 22. You feel me? Like Mike Conley get 22. Mike Conley was a good point guard, never an all-star before 2021, and he was getting 22 a year for 5 years. You feel me? That's facts, Fraz. I was about to get to that too. What you call it? Damn. Jalen Brunson is a top 15 point guard in the NBA. And this price tag put him in the top 15 paid. I think he's like the 14th highest paid point guard. You feel me? In the NBA. That's point guard. That's not even players. That's point guards. He's down like right above Julius Randle as far as, you know, per year play. You feel me? NBA wise. But his pay versus where he ranks amongst NBA players is identical. Almost. You feel me? He might be like 2 slots off. He might be like 14th highest paid, but he might be like the 15th or 16th best point guard in the NBA, right? That's absolutely amazing. I think it's amazing. I think, and then, you know, the media and certain fans is like, oh, they doing all this to get Jalen Brunson. I'm like, all of what? We traded a washed-up Kemba Walker. We traded an injury-prone Noel that only played 15 games last year. And we traded Alec Burke. Alec Burke is the only thing that you could probably be like, yeah, you could be a little bit salty about that, right? But Alec, we needed a point guard. We have a number of wings that could fill Alec Burke's shoes on this team. A number. He's easily replaced on this team.
I said that. I told Frastaz that. I was watching Frastaz's vlog the other day, and I was telling him that too. And I'll say that on the post as well.
So I could get to this call, but yeah, and we end up acquiring more draft picks throughout all of that. We dropped dead weight, acquired more assets, and got the point guard that we wanted and needed. We haven't had a point guard this good since Stephon Marbury, son. And that's a fact.
I respect it, bro. I respect it. I ain't got no spicy talk for Jalen Brunson. Y'all been talking about him for 2 seasons now.
Let me grab this call. Who run the city? Who this?
This is very Jaffe.
Jaffe was good, Playboy.
Yeah.
What's good, my boy?
Hey, now.
Yo, what up? What up? What's good, bro?
Good shit, Brody.
I'm good. You know who run the city?
Brooklyn Nets.
That's Cat.
I mean, not to say Jalen Brunson bag, and he's not push the needle, like at all. Gotta stop it.
Yeah. Yo, you was breaking up. I know you said we played Jalen Brunson in the bag, but he's not what?
I said he's not gonna put.
He said push.
The Nets. Be in Fillmore, bro. You know what it is?
I can barely hear what he's saying. He breaking up.
He said, I heard what he said. He said Brunson not gonna push the needle, and he said Brooklyn Nets run the city. You know what it is.
Oh, that's cap, bro. That's cap. Are you done? I can respond to that. Yeah. First of all, you talk about the 25 mil in this, 26 mil in this day and age NBA. First of all, it's a front-loaded contract. You feel me? So every year his contract get cheaper and cheaper until the last year. Front-loaded. That's dope because if you look at the rest of the contract, we're gonna free up a lot of money in the next 2-3 years again. So if this start not working, money is coming off the books. Still, you feel me? And you say he don't push the needle, bro. I watch every Knicks game and I watch him like millions of times. So I'm very confident what I say about the Knicks, right? We were a very good point guard away from being competitive last year. So we was a solid point guard away from being competitive. And Jalen Brunson is that. You feel me? He was playing with a guy in Luka Doncic that's Super Bowl dominant, more ball dominant than Julius Randle has ever been in his whole entire life. You feel me? And still, hold on, Brody, and still was able to put 16 points up a game, 5 assists. 5 assists when he wasn't even the primary ball handler on that team. Then when Luka went down in the playoffs, he went stupid. He was averaging like 8 assists a game, and he was averaging 21 points a game and 8 assists on 50%.
Yeah, we like saying that, like
is shooting 50% from the field with 0 turnovers.
Watch next season his numbers go down.
Let's cap. You assuming that you really have. There's nothing factual that you could point to that leads to you believing that, except for the fact that you want the Knicks to be bad. What facts do you have to back that up? That next year his numbers gonna go down when every year of his career his numbers went up.
Bro, he get the his last year. It was his last year on his contract. He knew he was trying to get the bag.
Bro.
He's not what he is.
Not every player that's on a contract year plays well just for the bag and gets in and becomes trash. Y'all gotta stop that. You act like that happens to every player. Like, oh, he got the bag, so he's gonna be trash next year.
Majority of the young players that they team could make the playoffs, and they know they're gonna give an opportunity to be on that big stage. Majority of them do that.
Bro, listen, man. Jalen Brunson about to shut a lot of y'all up, and I can't wait to see it. You feel me? Because
I don't know how you planning to do that.
I'm keeping receipts. Oh, you need to be very quiet because you don't even know what the future of your team looking like. You need to be very quiet.
I'm relaxing, bro.
I don't want to hear no spicy talk from you, bro.
I'm relaxing, bro. I'm
relaxing. Because his parade has been thunderstorm and washed away to sea. There's no more parade. There's no more dreams of a parade going down Flatbush Avenue. Those joys, they is washed away to sea. They got swept out through the Verrazano under the Verrazano Bridge.
Stop it.
Bro, MSG is not getting away no time soon.
Bro, neither is.
But the Knicks don't care if they win next year. They just want to keep building.
This is the problem with what y'all don't understand. The Knicks, as we never said that we were going to be contenders this year.
Right, exactly.
Because we're realistic. Like, why would I lie about
I'm not realistic. I missed the playoffs 8 or 9 times.
But now, y'all had all these champagne wishes and caviar dreams. And now, y'all about to be eating saltine crackers and tuna fish, son. Y'all about to eat saltine crackers and tuna fish.
I don't know, man. The East gonna be tough, man. You talking like y'all gonna run the East next season. Y'all not gonna run the East next season.
Nobody did. Let's see, look, first of all, that's what
I'm telling you, you don't talk like y'all gonna run the East next season. Like,
when did you hear me say that?
I'm saying don't talk like that.
When have you heard?
Y'all didn't make the playoffs. Why you talking spicy like that?
Y'all got swept with 2 superstars. Hush your mouth. But yo,
I'm just saying, like,
when have I said
y'all missed the playoffs?
I'm talking and listen. When have I said that we was gonna run the East? I'm talking about my team.
Y'all not gonna run the city neither. Y'all not gonna run the city neither. Y'all ain't run the city in 2 seasons. Y'all not gonna run the city next season neither.
Listen. You can't talk about running the city when your players is running from the city.
The players that stayed is important. The players that stayed is important.
Your players is running from the city. What are you talking about?
The players that stayed is important.
When your players is running from the city.
The players that still here is important.
Why? They didn't even stay a whole 4 years, dog. They didn't even stay a whole 3 years. That's all they.
The players that staying is important.
Let me finish cooking this, man. I appreciate your call, Brody. Thank you so much for calling up. Yeah, I mean, oh, he banged it already.
Yeah, he in the comments. Joffrey Joe in the comments.
Yeah,
but he did what he was supposed to. Brooklyn Nets run the city, man. What you talking about?
Y'all don't run nothing but your mouths, man.
Respectfully, we still run the city. Just because y'all team looking better than ours right now, like on paper, but we in the last games that we played, we won.
Y'all about to have to give away tickets for free. Yo, you know how mad some of the season ticket holders that bought their season tickets already are? Yo, bro. There was a poster that had KD, Kyrie, Joe Harris, Ben Simmons, and somebody else. I think Nick Claxton or something like that on the poster. Get your season tickets. People were buying season tickets off of that. And then you know what they got? When they read the fine print after KD requested a trade, these tickets are now unrefundable. Get them people back their money. False advertisement. We got another call. Who run the city? Talk your shit, man.
Nick run the city, man.
Oh, that's my man JJ right there.
And he Nets run the city. But it's a Nick city right here, man. It's a Nick city.
That's
Breezy, I ain't gonna stay here long, but Breezy, I see you vlogging differently, my boy.
Bro, I'm listen.
You was talking about you can leave, whatever. I'm a Nets fan. I'm a Nets fan.
I'm still a Nets fan. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You said, now you were talking. He was like, yeah. All right, whatever. He good. He ain't leaving. I'm confident my boy he leaving. But when KD leaving, now you crying? Are you a KD fan or are you a Nets fan?
He said,
I'm a Nets fan.
I'm just going to buy some beer. I'm just buying it right now. All right?
I'm a Nets fan.
Yo, he said,
I'm a Nets fan. I don't care if we.
Yeah, JJ, he said, my heart hurt.
Nah, I'm a Nets fan. Shout out to KD, but nah, man, the way he left, I'm not a KD fan right now. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
JJ said what he had to say and banged it.
Shout out to him, man. In and out, OG style, man.
That's
but
crazy.
Nah, man, I'm a Nets fan, man. That's a fact. I'm always a Nets fan.
That was crazy. Pause, bro. You can't just
pause.
Mosey pass flagrant statements like that, bro.
Nah, but I'm a Nets fan for sure, man. Definitely. I feel like a lot of ups and downs is happening with this team at the moment, and it's too early to say what our team is going to look like at the beginning of the season. The next thing that's happening is the summer league. Shit, I was looking forward to that before I heard this KD news. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit threw me for a whole loop. You know what I mean? I was just looking forward to the summer league. Now this happened. It's like, as a GM, Sean Marks, you got a lot of work to clean up. And I think the Suns trade makes the most sense. What you're going to do, I don't know, but it's making sense to me. Booker, there's a list that players that we can't trade for KD, and Booker is one of them. Don't worry about getting Booker. Go back to what you know. You've seen Duncan win it. You've seen Tim Duncan win it. So go back to what you know. You've seen a big man win it. Go get an original big man in DeAndre Ayton. He's not more of a stretch. To me, he's like more of an original big than a stretch big. You know what I'm saying? He's from the old school to me, but he's learning. You know what I mean? But I'm saying that to say with Sean Marks, if you want redemption, if you want to stay in this town, if you want to be the general manager of the Brooklyn Nets, make him move that's a redemption move by getting Ayton, Bridges, and picks for KD. That's respectfully, because then CP3 he will want that. You know what I mean? It'd be beneficial for the Phoenix Suns. We did business with the Phoenix Suns in a DeAndre Sharp. DeAndre Sharp we got from the draft pick because of Javon Carter or something like that. And he wound up and now DeAndre Sharp, I seen him in a podcast with the Capper. Chris and the Capper, they the ones who broadcast the Brooklyn Nets basketball games. And he was in a podcast with him, and Sharp, he was talking like, yo, I think I'm gonna get more minutes. And I think we are, especially now. Sharp is definitely going to get more minutes.
I'm to cut you off. Yo, BJ, call again. When you was calling when somebody was still on the line, Brody. I can't stop talking to somebody because you called, but nobody calling up right now. So call up right now, Brody. My fault, go ahead.
Yeah, now I'm saying, in a nutshell, you know, again, it makes sense for us to go in that direction. And if you want to be a GM in this town, you want redemption, that's a good way for him to go. And Steve Nash could get traded with KD. You know what I mean? I'm serious about that. I don't think Steve Nash is a leader. You can't have players saying that you just there to manage your personalities and not challenge him to something. You know what I'm saying? Play spades or play, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Y'all got to compete, play Connect Four. You know what I'm saying? Do a push-up challenge or something, man. You got to challenge your players and let them know that you putting your foot down and you the coach. If you develop a culture where the coach separates the fun time from when it's time to get serious, you know, again, Ime Udoka, I think he sets that type of tone, sets that type of culture. And my thing is surround Nash with pieces that set that type of culture. Ime Udoka, we lost him and he was a defense coordinator before he was a head coach. So we need to go in the job list of the NBA and see who's a defensive coordinator and get a defensive coordinator and make him an assistant coach to Steve Nash. That's the only way that Nash should coach in this town. Otherwise, he should leave with KD. He should pack it up and he should leave with KD, because at the end of the day, this became about Sean. It's okay for Steve Nash to lose early in his career as a coach, but it's not okay for KD and Kyrie to lose in the prime of their basketball careers. It's a difference. I feel like we put too much stock in Steve Nash as a coach, and that's part of the reason that we went wrong. Send Steve Nash out of here with KD, and that's a good look. And at the end of the day, if it's not going to work like that, again, get a defensive coordinator and put him right next to Steve Nash and make him the assistant coach. Otherwise, having Nash going there by himself, it won't work. Having D'Antoni by Nash side, it won't work.
Yo,
we need to play big ball, not small ball.
So
pause.
That was crazy too. I ain't got much to say about this, but it was requested that it be put up. Pause. Yeah. Stop. My laptop been tripping, son. Yeah, but bro, listen, man. Sean Marks got to be fired.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, like, so he's saying like if Phoenix wanna keep Ayton, because Ayton it'll be a sign and trade with Ayton. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if Phoenix decide they want to keep Ayton, it's a clip for y'all. You feel me? Versus traded
right.
Y'all. Yeah. So, right. But I ain't got nothing to say about that. I had something else I wanted to say about the Knicks too, about this offseason, but you know I got into it with Jaffe Joe. Shout out to Jaffe Joe, man. He a cool dude. You heard?
Yeah, man. That's my guy, man. Pulling up.
So the Isaiah Harkenstein, sleeper pick, bro. Sleeper pickup. Stretch 5. He shoots highly efficient from the 3-point range. He's a good passer. And he could rebound. He could defend. Like, sleeper pick, bro. And and that's something that we needed too, was to get a stretch 5. You feel me? He's a legitimate 7 foot, 250. You feel me? Like, he a big boy. He could shoot. He could defend. That was a great pickup, bro. That was a great pickup. I don't know what to tell you, BJ. The line is open. Everybody else was getting through except for you, Playboy. You make sure you dial in the right number. Yeah, but that was a great pickup, something that we sorely needed, something that could give us more diversity, that we not just looking at Mitchell Robinson to do what he does. We got somebody else that could be like, all right, we need somebody to shoot some threes or unclog the paint. We have the perfect guy to do so, and that's fire. You feel me? But I do want to harp back on to pause this KD situation, bro. I remember this very guy. This very guy on my I guess that's my left on the screen, y'all right, whatever. The guy that's right there. Oh, that guy that's right there. That guy right there. You see that guy right there? I remember the whole KD wants to be here. He got Brooklyn pride. KD loves it here in Brooklyn. You see him at the Liberty game. He loves it here. He want to stay here. KD saga. He got something to prove in Brooklyn. He want to show the world that he could win with a team that's never won a championship before. Nah.
That's facts.
Yo, and I remember the way that he was saying these things with such vigor and confidence and emphasis, and with all the raspiness in his voice, talking loud, spit flying everywhere. Pause. I remember this. This is why this day is so glorious, because you got to eat all those words. You got to call. Who run the city? Talk your shit.
It's Troll God.
Oh shit, BJ on the line.
Troll God, Solomon. Now I need you and Jockey to apologize to me, okay? Because when I told you about that Portland trip, you got up there on a vlog and started getting crazy. You better take that. How that Trey look now? How that Trey looking now?
Right. It's looking good like a lobster dinner.
I mean, all y'all necessarily apologize to the Troll God.
Yeah.
Jockey, you better be quiet, man.
They just gave Anthony Simons the bag. That trade not happening.
Y'all pirates with peg legs right now, man. Y'all got no legs, nothing.
Yo, that's hilarious, bro.
Nah. We gonna be better than that. We better than that.
He soft. He a cupcake. We told y'all that, man.
We
think the earth is flat. Like, I mean, we trying to tell y'all this. You know, we try to tell y'all this. Yo, man, just tell KD brush his hair, man. Get up out the city, man. You don't need him here.
Yeah, it's too late to brush it, bro. That moon roof. Yeah. He gotta go baldy, son. Too late to cut it.
Word.
It's too late to brush it. You gotta cut
that. Saying, how that Portland trade looking now?
Looking like
talk to me.
To answer your question,
it's looking like a lobster dinner.
To answer your question, they got Andre. They just paid Simmons the bag. We can't get them.
I mean, yo, I just heard Toronto is coming into the play now.
Yeah, they talk about Scotty Barnes and somebody else, and Siakam.
It's possible, man.
Yo, I know one team that's like, all right, BJ.
Everything. All right, brother.
I appreciate
I'll let y'all later. Troll God out. I apologize about that too.
Never.
All right, later. Yo, I'll tell you one team that's pissed off. Atlanta.
Nah, they got a good pickup in Dejounte Murray, though.
All right, Dejounte Murray's cool, but guess what? They had the assets and the players to put together a nice package, for KD. But the very day before KD announces that he wants to be traded, they traded away two unprotected first rounders, a pick swap, and the Hawks. The Hornets pick that we traded to them.
Mm-hmm. Like Spurs going back in rebuild mode, and Atlanta trying to win now.
Bro, if I know they wish they like, damn, we would have waited one more day.
I still think it's a good look for Atlanta. They look like a threat.
I'm not saying it's a bad look, but Dejounte Murray is not Kevin Durant, son.
But Collins is still on the Atlanta Hawks.
That's facts, but there's no way they have enough other assets. Y'all not taking a straight up trade for KD and Collins. That don't even.
I would say Collins picks, but it had to be some great picks.
But they didn't got no more. They can't trade no more picks. They already gave 4 picks up in that one trade. It's clipped.
I would say Joe Harris and Kessler Edwards, but I don't want to put Kessler Edwards in no trades. I like Kessler.
Yo.
Shit, we got to keep all 3 our rookies: Kessler, Cam, and Day'Ron Sharpe.
There's still a possibility that a trade.
I like the Phoenix trade, bro.
There's still a possibility that a trade could be made for with Portland, man. It's still a
I
possibility.
don't like the Portland trade, man.
That big white boy that they got, he ain't no Ayton, but he ain't no scrub. You feel me? Like he nice. He's a little injury prone.
You talk about Nurkic?
Yeah.
Nurkic,
He a little injury prone though, but he nice.
Nah, but he can play with his back to the basket.
But
I think we're gonna give Dayon Sharp a lot of minutes though.
But they got all the picks that y'all need though. You feel me? Like they got picks for real. You know what I mean? Like they could.
But that would mean Sean Marks. That means he would have to come out with a press conference to say we going back in rebuild mode because we ain't got KD. They got to make that decisions as well. As are we a team that's going to identify as contenders, or are we going to go back in rebuild mode? It's all surrounded around this KD trade.
To answer that, there was a statement released, or not really a statement. It was a statement released by somebody close to the organization. I can't remember exactly who, that says Joe Tsai said he would rather have a team that wins 40 games that play hard, than have a team that contend that he's not proud of at all. So it could go literally either way with y'all. You feel me? If they feel like they can't get 2 all-stars, which I severely doubt that they're getting 2 all-stars back for KD.
Ayton, Bridges, and picks, man. That's the best situation. That's the best we could do, man.
Whoever called, just call back, bro. You heard? Yeah.
If you like something, hit that like button, man. Help us share this, man. Share.
But there's no way that I'd see them getting 2 all-stars, because in a theory of trading for KD at 34 is win now mode, right? You can't dismantle your team with giving away 2 of your best players for 1 player. That's not win now. You feel me? The way KD helps you win now, he complements what you already have on the team, or he leads what you already have on the team to where they need to go. You feel me? Either complement or lead them. You don't take away everything and be like, yeah, now you by yourself take us to victory. Because that's what trading 2 all-stars away from KD means. You feel me? Unless it's a 3-team trade, and you and the Nets combined give all the assets to one team. They give you one team give the Brooklyn Nets a star, and another team and the Suns give KD Ayton. You feel me? And all the assets as far as draft picks and all that other shit go to the other team. That's the only way it could work. But I don't even see that happening, because I don't see no team that's on the fringe like that. That's like on the cusp of like we in like no man's land, and we might be willing to give away our superstar because we tread in water right now. I don't see no team like that.
Nah, I don't. Again, for KD to ask for a sign and trade, I feel like shook up the NBA world. You know, I never seen. There's a lot of.
It's not a sign and trade. It's a straight up trade because he's already signed.
Right. Okay, a trade, but it's really shaking up the NBA world. I feel like, you know, him making this decision, it puts Sean Marks and Joe Tsai in the driver's seat with the organization again as well. You know, because again, you know, KD don't want to take responsibility no more. After the time that he spent here, and we only went to the second round, I don't think he wants the responsibility. And I think that they gave him the GM, the keys to if Nash got keys to the head coach, KD got keys to being the GM. And I don't understand what Sean Marks was doing if you know what I mean? And again, I seen Sean Marks say that KD is the player development. Like, again, where's Nash in this equation far as responsibility and building a culture between the GM and the coach and the players? Yeah. Where's that culture right there? Where's that communication?
If KD wanted to show me he had heart, there's 2 places he could have went. Toronto, because I think they're good enough with a superstar like KD to make some real noise. You feel me? I'm not saying that they're going to run away with the championship, but I'm saying they're going to make it interesting with KD on that team. And going back to OKC, you feel me? Like, those are 2 places where I'd be like, because OKC still got a shit ton of picks, son. You feel me? Like, those are 2 places where it'd be like, all right, They got a lot of young talent over there, SGA there. We may not come out the West, but we gonna make some noise. In a year or two, we might be talking about like really contending for some shit. But to go to the Suns is kind of almost like a cheaper version of him going to Golden State. The Suns are already a championship contending team.
Right. But that's him. Yeah, I can't speak for KD no more, man, because he's not a Brooklyn Nets, to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
They were a healthy team away from going back to the Western Conference Finals. They dealt with some injuries, so they got bumped. You feel me? But to go to the Suns is like you proven what everybody said about you correctly. About you going to Golden State.
I feel like he got it out. He didn't get it out the mud. With Golden State, if he would have won with OKC, that's getting it out the mud. He went to Golden State, you didn't get it out the mud. You had that pearl after it had been wiped off, clean, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They had a championship already. And I'm only saying that to say,
listen to you singing a different tune, son.
No, I'm
singing a different tune.
Listen,
we had this conversation before, and you was giving me mad rebuttals for saying the same exact shit that you saying right now.
No, but I said this as well. I was agreeing. I wasn't disagreeing. I was saying that for him to come to Brooklyn Nets, that's getting it out the mud. You tried to get it out the mud at OKC, it didn't work. You went to Golden State just so you could have that under your belt to say you did it, right? You went there just for that. And to go back to Brooklyn, I feel like it ain't no foul. It's no harm, no foul if you never winning in Brooklyn. But the fact that you would stay and retire here would mean the world to Brooklyn Nets fans, because it means you found a home with the Brooklyn Nets. For you to pack and go, it shows that you live on the road. You know what I'm saying? Your home is wherever you hang your hat. You know, you out there, you work for hire. You know what I'm saying? And not to say it like that, I respect what you bring to basketball, one of the greatest players, but this is where I separate the greatest players from the greatest teammates. You know, there's a difference between a great player and a great teammate. Not to hone on that, because I wanted to ask you about the refs in the first year with the new rule. How do you think they did?
The refs
The
suck
first
ass.
year with the offensive rule.
The refs suck ass this year. You feel me?
Yeah, it was good.
The refs were the worst that I've seen in quite some time. And I blame that on two things. It's the new rule and the COVID. It's a lot of ref changes due to COVID. We had a lot of new refs in the NBA this year. You feel me? Like, not saying it's their fault, because I don't want women to cancel me. But we also had a lot of women refs this year, like more than we ever seen. Not saying it's their fault that the refs suck. I'm just saying the inexperience level was super high. You feel me? And you add that with the new rules, it was a lot of inconsistency. But I also think that NBA players need to shut up and play basketball and stop complaining, dog. Like, I think that ruins the game more than bad calls. Like
it's like you forcing the ref to make the call. Like, let the ref have that space to make the call.
Every time down the court, they cannot call a foul, bro, because literally the games will be 6 hours long. Like, because there's a foul on every play, like legit foul on every play. So you can't.
But what's a foul? Like, if you impede in the shot, I imagine it's a physical game, so there's going to be contact. But if you're impeding a shot, a slap on the wrist while I'm going up for a jumper, yeah, that's a foul. But you know, if I go straight up and you're jumping into me, right? It's the ref. It's up to the ref to. So part of Marcus Smart being Defensive Player of the Year was his inability to draw charges. Correct?
Flopping. He flops a lot, but yeah.
But case in point is he got his defensive game up because of the flopping. You know what I'm saying? And he fouled me while I'm defending him. It wasn't defenders, you know what I mean? Like, nah. So I'm saying that to say it could work. It works. Nah, the refs got to do better.
I agree.
The refs got to do better from what I've seen.
I'm not making no excuses for the refs, but I'm also like on the other side too, it's like, yo, bro, they cannot call foul on every play. It's impossible. You feel me? Because whether it be on the ball or off the ball, there's a foul on every play, whether it's offense or defense. Like, yo, bro, I'll be watching the games and I'll be watching stuff that be happening off the ball. I'm like, oh, that's a whole foul right there. You feel me? Like, and they don't call it. And then sometimes they call stuff that's not foul. And that's the human nature of the game, bro. It's like baseball, bro. Like, I like baseball. Yes, it's like I watch baseball, and you know, like the strike zone. It's a human nature factor. Was that on the chair? Yeah, that's yours. It's a human nature fact. There's no strike like outline of the strike zone. It's going all off the ref's eye. You feel me? So sometimes things that are balls are called strikes and vice versa. You feel me? Like the human nature is a part of the game too. You feel me? The human having different referees and knowing, oh, this ref like to call it this way. Like baseball players and pitchers know, oh, this umpire, he like to have his strike zone a little bit tighter. Pause. He might give you the outside a little bit more. And it's the same thing about NBA referees. Oh, I'm just gonna let me get away with this. I know that I know I can yell at him a little bit more before I get a tap. You feel me? Like
right.
Like,
I feel like,
but they can do better because they are ruining a lot of games, especially in the final minutes of the game.
Yeah. I remember a game in Portland with the Brooklyn Nets. They missed. So they totally missed. There was a couple of games they missed, and again, that's emphasis on the coach to call that. What you call that? A timeout. You check. Yo, what up, Kalia? I'm good, Kalia. How you doing?
Let's go Knicks. 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 Let's go Knicks.
Thank you, baby. You gotta let them know what time it is. You feel me? Shit you with the thumbs up too. You feel me? Gotta let them know what time it is.
Yo, shout out to Kalia, man. I got love for that.
She's like, I want to say hi.
Yeah, shout out to she always be showing up to the Reflex Radio when we was up there too.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Kalia, man.
Yeah, back to what you were saying, bro.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I forgot what I was saying, but I think we was talking about the refs. We was talking about the refs, and what I was saying with the refs, I feel like, you know, and you were saying something about the strike zone. You just got to know what refs like what or whatever. But certain things should be like the refs should know. The refs should know. All right, when these guys is missing and they are too tired to take jumpers because they coming off a back-to-back and they're going to try to make the game slow. They're going to try to draw fouls to slow the game up because they tired from last night's game. The refs got to know that, and they got to be honest about what's a foul and what's not a foul. And this will put pressure on the coaches not to overplay your stars or overplay your players and look deeper in the bench. Me, in my opinion, I like to see coaches that go into the bench and get 9-10 player rotation. This 7-8 man rotation, I'm not a fan of it. You know what I mean? I like all of the players that's on the team, and I think they all of them should be able to get minutes. I feel like the strong teams in the NBA is not because one player is dominant with scoring like a KD or Kyrie, but many players will get you double digits. You got teams like, for instance, the Boston Celtics, when they were winning versus us, they had like 4 or 5 different players in double digits, and we need to put ourselves in situations where we got players in double digits more than one, not just 1 or 2. We don't need 2 players to have 70 points together. This guy got 35, this guy got 35. We need those same 70 points, but we don't need it all from 2 players. We need it from 3, 4 players, maybe 5 players. And when we get more of that happening, that comes with ball rotation and chemistry. And chemistry only comes from having experience with the same teammates. Stop putting us in a position where we got teammates every season that come, we got a new teammate. Like, try to keep a core together. The core is important. That's why I coined the term core 4. Sheesh, man.
Yo, Tyrone, truer words have never been spoken, my man. Truer words have never been spoken. This is a glorious day for me, bro. Like, I woke up, the sun was shining bright, the birds was chirping. It was a song in my heart, bro. Like, son, you feel me? Like, to watch the agony and turmoil, and to watch these guys try to turn this into a positive in their in imaginary fairyland is it's amazing to me, bro. You feel me? The blind optimism is amazing to me. But yeah, it's a glorious day. But is one topic I want to talk about before we get up out of here, right? And it has to do with KD too. You know, with the new CBA,
I'm sure it does.
With the new CBA, and this was something that you know, Adam Silver was talking about trying to curb. You know, these superstar players signing these multi-million-dollar deals and then asking for trades a year or two into the contract, like a la Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons, like KD. Like, I think we had this conversation before too, and I said it that the players have to have some accountability for signing these large contracts and then saying, "Hey, I want to leave." You feel me? Because I get the whole trade thing too, but I've never seen a team trade a superstar the year after they sign $100 million contract. I've never seen it. I've never seen it a day in my life. You feel me? So what I'm saying is that, like, it has to be some accountability for the players, bro. Like, they have to lose some of that money. If you decide that, hey, I want to be traded, and I just signed this contract, I still got 3 years left on this contract. I think that when you get traded to the other team, you only get 75% of that money. 75, I think 75% is a good number, because that's still a nice chunk of millions of dollars that's being taken away. And that goes to show, how bad do you really want to leave? You feel me?
Yeah, but I'll add to that too when you finish.
You know, that was it. That was it. I just think that incentive need to be added, because in all fairness, you know, the NBA, I'm sorry, this last point just popped in my mind. Pause. The NBA, in all fairness, the NBA incentivized players for staying with a team. That's why they're able to sign more with the team that they're already on versus leaving the team. So, like, so I get why a player be like, F that, I want to leave, but I'm not going to leave $25 million on the table. Or are you smoking crack? I'm going to take this
Bradley
bread.
Beal.
I'm going to take this bread, and then if I don't like what's going on here in the next year or two, I might ask to be traded. You feel me? So the NBA's job to also kind of curve the monster that they created. But I'm done.
Nah, I'm adding to that. I'm not switching the topic. I'm saying that as far as incentives, it should be added, contractual, maybe, perhaps. You know, I'm not the one to say, right? But anyway, I feel like, yeah, this is how much we had to give up to get you. Like Harden, for instance. We gave up all these draft picks. That's our future. So we giving up our future to win now, and if we don't win immediately, you leave. I think that should be some type of penalty on Harden. But at the end of the day, you know, we don't know these relationships to say who should be obligated. And if these relationships are only obligated based on handshakes, these guys easily look at it like, yo, you know, it's just money. I could do this anywhere. But the thing is, the pride of wanting to play somewhere and be somewhere. And that's what I mean about Sean Marks and Joe Tsai having to take the power back to actually paying or giving the bag to guys that are committed. And I'm saying you're going to get more of that from your draft picks, not the free agency. And I think Sean Marks, he misses in the free agency, and he's good with draft picks. And I think a lot of championship teams won their championships because of draft picks instead of the free agency. And
yeah,
well,
so, but with the Harden situation and what you're saying, I think it's like when you a team, you is risk and gambles involved in everything. So as a team, you got to own up to that risk and gamble that you took. I think the penalty for somebody like James Harden should be that, all right, well, not necessarily James Harden, because he got traded to a team and asked to be traded. He didn't sign his contract with them. You feel me? Like, but I'm talking about like a player like KD who literally just inked the deal, bro. Just, it's the ink still wet on the deal. and you turn around and be like, yeah, nah, trade me, dog. I think you need to give back some of that bread. You feel me? Because when you traded for James Harden, that's the gamble you took. You feel me? Like you gave up assets and pieces to bring him here. Like that's the gamble you took. But when you look a player in eye to eye and be like, yo, we gonna make this deal and we signing you for this, and we're gonna invest building this team around you. But the next year, you're like, nah. Because think about it. James Harden don't go to the Brooklyn Nets if it's not for KD and Kyrie. There would be no James Harden trade if it wasn't for KD and Kyrie.
Back to the power not being in Sean Marks' hands as a GM.
My point is, you feel me? That's the team and ownership building the team around the players that they're signing to these multi-year contracts. You feel me?
Jared Allen should have got that bag.
Well, y'all didn't extend James Harden. Y'all just traded for James Harden. You feel me?
But traded who? Jared Allen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's my point. Like Jared Allen was in talks. He was supposed to get 4 years, 80 mil. He was asking for 5 years, 100 mil. I'm saying give him that bag. And he didn't give him that bag. That's why I said the worst thing Sean Marks did was trade Jared Allen. And it went downhill ever since. So, yeah, man, I'm excited about the Summer League because we get to see the second year guys. And I only said that to say about Royce O'Neal, and them giving the draft picks. I think we're really going back to our roots when we have to, even if it's not by choice. And we're going to put a lot of emphasis on developing Cam Thomas and Dameon Sharp because that's what Sean Marks got his name as a GM. He is not good in the free agency. I'll say he's not a good GM. I'll say he's not good in the free agency. He's better in the draft. He's whatever. He's trash in the free agency. But when it comes to the draft, I gave him some class. He got some class. I'm saying whatever. But he do better in the draft than the free agency. And I think if we're gonna win, if he's gonna redeem himself, he does it with Cam Thompson, Kessler Edwards, and Dameon Sharp, and continue. Since we don't have picks now, you gotta focus on these three, and you gotta build around them. Just because otherwise, the way that you're talking about and taking players and having new players season to season, it did not work. So that means keep some of the plays because the way that you did it did not work. So let's try it this way, and you do it by those three rookies or sophomore or second year guys that I mentioned. So
Sean Marks is poop. You feel me? He's poop.
In free agency, he did bad. He definitely did bad in free agency. I can't think of anything that like from when we got KD and Kyrie and James Harden. Success-wise, we didn't do much.
Not only that, as a GM, it's your job also to assess the coach. After the first playoff series, and you watch him literally make no adjustments or anything versus the Milwaukee Bucks, he should have been out of there that year. You feel me? After you watch him just pretty much, all right, KD, save the day. I don't know what to do. Save the day, KD. Please get us out of this, KD. And it was like that whole series. He was living on a KD and a prayer. You feel me? That should have been the sign that this guy, we need to go find somebody who can actually coach this team. But Sean Marks, not having the spine to stand up to KD and Kyrie, let that man rock another year, and then y'all got swept. You feel me? Sean Marks is poop. And not even after y'all get swept does he fire Steve Nash. No. He stands behind Steve Nash for another year. Sean Marks is poop. You feel me? Now, I want to talk because I'm about to get off this. You feel me? Pause. I want to talk about my Knicks a little bit. Knicks fans, have faith, man. One, first of all, y'all need to stop thinking that Julius Randle's getting traded. It's not happening. You feel me? Two, Jalen Brunson is the point guard we need. You're going to see an increase in play from everybody on the roster. The only thing I hope is that Evan Fournier and Jalen Brunson is not the starting backcourt. That's a weak defensive starting backcourt. I think you either start, Quentin Grimes at the 2, or you moved RJ Barrett back down to the 2, and you start Cam Reddish at the 3. Those are the options. But You do not start Evan Fournier and Brunson in the backcourt. That is not a good look. But anyway, everybody on the team benefits from a real point guard like Jalen Brunson. And he's saying all the right things. He says, I'm a base hit guy. A base hit here. He said, I'm a base hit guy. I always go for the single with the occasional home run. What that means is he's talking about making a correct play time and time again, and then every once in a while swing for the fences. And that's how that's what you want from your point guard. Making the right play. All right, we're gonna hit a home run. What? You feel me? And timely. And from what I've heard, because I haven't followed his college career, that's his style of play. You feel me? He could go get buckets, but he's a real point guard like that. You feel me? So that's dope. And again, I spoke about the stretch five that we just got. Signing Mitch Robinson was an absolute plus and need. You feel me? Jericho Sims, in my eyes, goes to back to being Mitchell Robinson injury insurance. You feel me? Mitchell Robinson injury insurance. That's what Jericho Sims is. Let him continue to develop because he's gonna be nice. And I don't know if he's gonna be on this team for the long run, but he's gonna end up being a very nice trade piece at the very least. You feel me? In the near future, because that kid got upside. But have faith about next season. Jalen Brunson ups this team on a level. Like, he's going to be everything that they hope Kemba Walker was going to bring to the team. You feel me? That's what Jalen Brunson is. He's everything that we hope Kemba Walker could bring to the team. And then you still have a point guard in a combo guard in Emmanuel Quickly, in my eyes, that's just as good as Jalen Brunson coming off the bench. There's going to be low let up at the point guard position because you got to deal with Jalen Brunson, then you got to deal with Derrick Rose, then you got to deal with Emmanuel Quickly. You feel me? Like, oh, Jason Tucker, you missed it, man. I was going off today. You need to go back to this live and watch what I was doing because I know you got something slick to say. So you can say whatever you want, but the boat's going down, bro. It's the Titanic. Grab your floating doors. You feel me?
Nah, yo, shout to Jay. Yo,
grab
Jay,
your floating doors, bro, because the boat's going down. The best thing y'all gonna get. The best thing y'all gonna get is Ayton some picks and probably Bridges. You feel me? Y'all not getting Ayton and Booker. If not, y'all gonna be stuck with two disgruntled stars. You feel me? Y'all don't have no leverage on other teams. Y'all literally have to accept what they want to give you or take KD back. Like, get away with all this leverage. Like, y'all have leverage over KD. KD has to go where y'all say he has to go. But as far as leverage over the Suns, y'all have none. Because why would they give up Ayton and Booker and
we
go?
Can't get Booker. He's not even available
because he's on that rookie contract
or something like that.
Right?
And we already got Ben Simmons.
Word. So look at that. See, I ain't got
no
leverage.
Ayton Bridges, bro. I'm telling you, Ayton Bridges and picks,
and
man.
a lot of picks. That's it.
Yeah, Ayton Bridges and picks, man.
Yeah,
listen, I'm staying cool, man.
I'm really about to get off this live, but I want Jason Tucker to hear me say this, right? Because he be talking hella spicy, bro. Your man Solomon was on record saying that he thought y'all was gonna win 5 out of 10 championships, 5 out of in a decade, right? And y'all championed that. You was one of them, like, yeah. And then when he was talking about y'all on a ship named Champion, guess what you was doing? You was championing that. Yeah. Then it went from a ship named Champion until we still got an opportunity. The ship turned to a life raft called Opportunity, right?
We still here.
And then now the rhetoric I'm hearing from y'all is that y'all gonna be all right. Y'all went from
I'm telling you, bro. We a playoff team still.
Just watch. Just watch. Yo, listen.
I like being the underdog.
Nothing that y'all said to me over the last 3 years has happened. You feel me? Not one single solitary thing that y'all said to me about the Brooklyn Nets has happened. Nothing.
And besides running the city, I mean, besides that, we ran the city.
Y'all
Thus
don't
far,
run nothing but y'all.
since we started this podcast, we didn't lose to y'all.
Bro, y'all don't run the city, bro.
That's a
Y'all run
fact.
your mouths. You feel me? Now back
Since-
to what I was saying.
All
Not
facts,
one
though.
single thing that y'all said that was going to happen with the Brooklyn Nets has happened. So
we
now,
run the city.
so now I'm supposed to believe that y'all right, that y'all gonna get 2 All-Stars and a shit ton of draft picks for Kevin Durant at age 34. Get out of here. Go have a seat. Sit down. You not getting all of that. No, you're not. Y'all don't run nothing but your mouths.
I'm saying we run the city. You asked us
Y'all
what we
should be.
did. I said
We
we
ain't
ran the
worried.
city. Since we started this podcast, we did not lose
Look
a
at my
game
face.
to the New York
Look at my face about
Knickerbockers.
y'all not being worried. Your man Solomon literally was on live talking about his heart hurting, and you mean to tell me he's not worried?
I'm
Your man
not.
was like this.
I'm
like,
better now.
He was like this.
I'm better now.
He was like this. Oh, mi corazón, mi corazón. Oh, KD, you're breaking mi corazón.
I'm fine now, man. And I'll tell you that again. That makes sense to me. Aiden Bridges and picks, man. And we don't know what's going to happen. It just started. The offseason started the 29th. It's July 1st. It's a lot of time. We'll see what happens, man. That's all I can say. And I like, again, I want to see what happens with the summer league, man. I like us going back to being the underdog and focusing on building from the draft, because that's what championship teams are doing. Facts.
Yo, listen,
so
man.
we can't skip this part of it. We got to focus on this part of the building of the championship, the ship named Champions, the championship. The ship got holes in it. It got all types of shit. We got to patch up on the side, but it's still a ship that exists. It is still of course, we have to fix it back up to what it was. But it's going to take time. And I don't know how much time. Hopefully by next season it'll be finished. But I know the summer league's happening now. Watch out for that.
The ship named Champion is at the bottom of the Arctic Ocean where that old white lady dropped that damn jewel. It's down there. That's where the ship named Champion is.
No, we got it here. It's in Brooklyn. We still fixing it. We fixing it back up in Brooklyn.
And then Bridges ain't it, bro. That ain't gonna take you over the hump, son.
That make us a playoff team and make us a contender.
Barely.
So where you see the Knicks go in your opinion? You said 5th last time. You still you going with that this season?
I'm still waiting for what's going to happen the rest of the offseason. You already know I got to gather all the intel. But yes, I see us as a playoff team this year. You feel me? Where we
I see us as a playoff team too.
You feel me? I gotta wait for all the intel. We don't know what else moves is going to be made. You feel me?
Likewise.
We still got a crap ton of draft picks. You feel me? That we could still possibly make some moves with. So I'm just waiting on that. You feel me? But y'all, I don't know, man.
Man, it's still too early to say.
It's too early to say. If I'm looking at a big three of Ayton, Bridges, and Ben Simmons.
But Kyrie's in the mix too. But Kyrie might get traded before the season starts. I don't know what's going on.
I will say this. Shout out to Sean Marks for finding his cojones and grabbing a hold of him and puffing up his chest and said, "We not looking to accommodate Kyrie." You feel me? I don't know if that's 100% truth to that statement, but if it is, thank you, Sean Marks, for stepping up and finally being a man, bro. Because you let them treat you like a little ass boy this whole time, son. Thank you for being like, we ain't looking to accommodate Kyrie, and you shouldn't, because the disrespect, the dishonor, and the betrayal that he brought upon the Brooklyn Nets, he shouldn't be accommodated in no kind of way. But at the same time, your hands are really tied with Kyrie because not too many teams are looking to take Kyrie. You feel me?
I like the team. So if you asking me, DeAndre Ayton, Shannon, listen, DeAndre Ayton, DeAndre Sharp, Nick Claxton, Patty Mills, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Cam Thomas, Kessler Edwards, I like some of the stuff that we doing with the Brooklyn Nets. If we get Ayton and Bridges, that makes us better. You know, I'm not, and you got to realize, what do we have to lose? We got swept in the first round. We got nothing to lose by making a good trade for KD. And like y'all said, even if it don't matter the talent of the player, it don't beat chemistry. It don't beat cohesiveness. And chemistry, cohesiveness, and committed players, that's what win you a championship. And not winning a championship and focus on winning a championship, you actually, as a vlogger, get to see what it takes to actually win a Larry O'Brien. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the NBA, man. We love what we do. We created this podcast out of the love of basketball and the NBA. And trust me, man, we've been doing this every week for like 2 seasons. And the Brooklyn Nets haven't lost to the Knicks since. So, I love this podcast, man.
Y'all gotta be wary of trying to keep Kyrie, because he's liable not to play the whole next season, son. he liable to be like, oh, y'all ain't gonna trade me? Ow, it hurts. I can't play. It hurts today. You feel me? Like, y'all gotta be wary of that. Send him to the Lakers for Russell Westbrook, man.
Listen, man. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's too early to say. I don't want to jump the gun. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna relax.
Listen, man. Sean Marks is trash or traded. Don't be surprised if you see AD and what Russ for KD and Kyrie, son. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Suns is I think we need to keep looking at Phoenix. We got Day'Ron Sharpe from Phoenix as a Javon. We did business. We traded Shamit there. Like, we did business with them before. Yeah. Just keep doing good business with the same team you've been doing good business with. And the next thing we should do is get Ayton, because he don't want to be a Suns. That's where we have the upper hand. We got the upper hand because Ayton don't really want to be a Suns player no more after what happened last in the finals. He felt like he would have been more effective if he got more involved with basketball with them on the offensive side. You know what I mean? I think, he feels salty about it. And that's part of the reason why I keep putting emphasis on the Ayton Bridges trade, because it seems likely to me, and it would benefit or behoove the Brooklyn Nets for that to happen. Again, we will make up for missing Jared Allen, and we could go forward. And again, if y'all not busy, watch that podcast, Voice of the Nets with the Kappa. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. Day'Ron Sharpe.
Jason Tucker, you gotta stop getting your information from NBA Trade Central. Y'all not getting no damn Scotty Barnes, man. Have a seat, bro.
Yo, man, I don't know, man. It's too early to say.
Y'all not getting Scotty Barnes is going to be a problem for a long time. KD got about 3 more years of elite play, and that's 3 years at max. You feel me? His contract ends when he's going to be 38. Why am I giving up Scotty Barnes for a guy that's going to be washed up in 3 to 4 years? It don't make sense. Scotty Barnes is a young phenom, son. He's a young phenom. He said, "Watch what Marks do." I've been watching what Marks did. That's the problem.
He went in the draft, man. We look the free agency, we not so much, but we went in the draft. So hopefully
have you been watching what Sean Marks been doing? Obviously not.
Yo, man, we being patient, man. Be patient. All Nets fans, spark up, relax. And to Barry, to say that I'm not loyal, I'm loyal to the Brooklyn Nets, not KD. He's a good player, but he don't have the same competitive spirit as a Kobe Bryant, man. And that's the kind of player we need to build around. We need to build from the draft, and we can do that with Cam Thomas and Day'Ron Sharpe. I'm confident going forward. I like our team. Nobody replaces KD's points, so we shouldn't try to replace KD points. Let's just try to work on defensive rebounding and help on the defensive side of the ball, because the good teams get fast break points, and that starts because you play good defense. Change the identity of the team since the players are changing. Sean Marks and Joe Tsai, they tired of having their nuts in the vice grip. You know what I'm saying? They want to make sure that they hold it, like, you know what I mean? Do what they supposed to do as a GM and an owner. So I feel like the best thing we could do is go forward and don't sweat it. I'm all Nets fans. If y'all watch me vlogging, first off, if you like something, that like button and share. But trust me, don't sweat nothing, bro. Wait and see what happens, and have confidence in our second year, guys.
Yeah, Jason, absolutely. The whole NBA wants KD, like, duh. You feel me? But for what y'all think y'all going to get back for him, I don't think like 2 All-Stars. I don't think that's not realistic. That's not realistic, bro. No team is going to give you 2 All-Stars just to bring KD there for a few years. You feel me? Especially younger All-Stars. Like, they're not going to do that. That doesn't move the needle for a team to trade away 2 of their best players to the Nets and just bring KD there. That pretty much leaves them in the same spot that they were before they got KD. That doesn't make sense, and teams are not going to do that. You're going to get 1 All-Star and a shit ton of picks. You're not going to get KD's worth back in a trade. It's impossible to get KD's worth back in the trade. You know why? Because KD is a once-in-a-lifetime freaking basketball player, bro. You can't add 2 people up to do what he does on a basketball court.
On defense, we could.
You feel me? But what I'm saying is,
on defense,
Rudy Gobert is not KD.
Jay said you sleeping.
I'm not sleeping. I'm wide awake.
Bridges,
the
man.
fact that you just tried to reference the Rudy Gobert trade to KD as a reference point, bro, you're bugging. You're bugging.
I'm telling you, man, be patient, relax.
It's impossible to get KD's value back, bro. No team is going to trade you 2.
We could do it on defense. We can't do it on offense. We can't get a guy that could score like him night after night, but we could do it on defense. We could make up for defensive rebounds with KD missing. We could do that with Ayton and Bridges. That's a fact.
Bro, listen, man.
We can't make up for his scoring, though. No.
Y'all getting Ayton. Y'all getting Ayton, man. Just live with that, bro. Live with
Ayton and Bridges, man.
All right, Bridges too. Live with that, bro.
Ayton and Bridges and picks, man. We good with that. That's a fact. We are top. We 1 through 8, no play-in. We strong 1 through 8 with Ayton and Bridges on the team with this same roster.
What I'm saying is to you, this is the last thing I'm gonna say to Jason, and I'm off this for real. I'm saying to you, the Timberwolves didn't give up Cat and for Gobert, bro. It's not the same. You feel me? And that's my point. They still, no matter what else they gave up, they still have the core of the team, which is Cat and Ant. Like, Ant, man, and Cat is the core of the team. Now they have a big 3 between what you're asking for. What they was asking for the Suns, even though it can't happen, was Book and Ayton. Like, bro, that doesn't even make sense because you take away the whole entire core of the team and pair KD with Chris Paul. That's not winning a championship. Like, no GM in their right mind to be like, we're going to win a championship with our 2 best players being a 37-year-old Chris Paul and a 34-year-old Kevin Durant. Not happening. You feel me? So what I'm saying is, be happy with Ayton and Bridges, like Big Fan Breezy says he is, and some draft picks, because that's what y'all get. Because
we a top 8 team. We going to the playoffs with that team. That roster, I'm confident. I'm confident. We can't be no worse than we was last season. I'm confident we can do better than that.
Yeah, y'all will make it to the first round. That's cool.
We'll win a game in the first round. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, man, yeah. Y'all won't get swept. Y'all might not get swept. You feel me?
Nah, we ain't getting swept no more, man.
Yo, shout out to everybody that pulled up. You feel me? If you pulled up late, man, go watch the beginning of the show. I was on fire. You feel me? It was wonderful. I was talking, but I was looking at Big Fair Breezy face the whole time, and it brought me joy. It brought me joy because, oh man, the sadness. You feel me?
Even y'all having good news. Like, I hear y'all say that I'm a Knicks fan, and look, y'all made it war. Y'all made it to where I can't like y'all, but I see the moves that y'all made, and I'm impressed. But at the same time, I still feel like y'all didn't play a game yet, and y'all got to prove yourself with that roster. That's why I asked. Yep. I asked another Knicks fan. He said that he see y'all being 4 through 6. You said you're not going to say nothing yet, but because of the new players on your team,
we definitely making the playoffs though.
Right,
but we definitely making the playoffs.
Right, but I'm just, again, I was asking, I'll be pushing the show, I'll be pushing the podcast, I'll always be talking to Knicks fans for real, and that's what I'm hearing. Y'all feel like y'all gonna be 4 through 6. I actually only asked one Knicks fan. I'm just saying in general I do, but he said 4 through 6. He said that today, so you know what I mean. I don't know. I think we 1 through 8. I don't know how the chips gonna fall. I'm gonna see how it goes.
To think that we won't make the playoffs by just acquiring the second best player on the a Western Conference finalist is silly, bro. Like he was the second best player on a team that went to the Western Conference Finals. So to think that he doesn't make that our team instantly better in a possibly a playoff team is ridiculous, bro. You feel me? That's hateration and holleration all up in this dancery. You feel me?
Yo, I got none of that, man. Like I told you, man.
But Jason does, because
Jay, man. He's a Brooklyn Nets fan. That's my guy.
He's not a top 20 point guard. That's cap. He's absolutely top 15. That's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all gotta start watching more than just Brooklyn Net basketball before y'all start talking, bro. Because clearly you don't know what you're talking about to say he not top 20. You're smoking the brack, bro. You feel me? Like he's absolutely top 15. Crazy.
I'm waiting to see the summer league. I want to see what the second year guys got, man. Crazy. That's what I'm looking forward to. That happened. That happens starting next week. Next week the summer league starts. So next time we have this podcast, I'll be able to tell you about some of what happened at the summer league, the beginning of the summer league.
Word. Nah, you're definitely gonna be watching the summer league. You feel me?
Facts.
That's debatable. What you talk about? See, look, now you just talking, bro. You feel me? Now you just talking. Worry about what's happening to the best players on your team.
He said I like that though. He said that's not even the best point guard on your team. That's gonna have to be proven.
That's debatable. You feel me? Because I was very high on Immanuel.
He said he just related to the coach.
I was, bro. Again, clearly he hasn't been watching playoff basketball. You feel me? Because when the best player on the Dallas Mavericks went down, he put on. You feel me? Not only did his numbers go up, they went up with the same efficiency. The same efficiency. Averaged 24 points a game, almost 8 assists, with 0 turnovers. Because I stutter all the time. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Your fingers is typing real heavy, but you're talking cap, bro. With no facts to back up nothing you saying, bro. But I'm giving you facts that when Luka Doncic went down in the playoffs, Brunson's whole game went up. It escalated. You feel me? 24 points, 8 assists, and he averaged 0 turnovers. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Know what you're talking about before you start talking, bro.
I'm interested to see how this plays out, man. The summer league is first. I'm ready to get back to action, man, for real.
You sitting here talking about Jalen Brunson's not good. Now I'm not taking no more calls right now, guys. I'm sorry. You feel me? You talking about Jalen Brunson ain't no good, and you got faith in Sean Marks, and he just traded away another first-round draft pick for Royce O'Neal, bro.
Shout out to Royce.
Royce O'Neal. The man has never scored over 6 points a game in his whole career.
Yo, man, he there for defense, man.
I just traded a first-round draft pick for this man. Royce O'Neal is not good. He's not good. Hey, no. Y'all
going heavy in the comments.
Look. Y'all traded that before KD. Y'all traded for Royce O'Neal before KD requested his trade, bro. So there's that. The Royce O'Neal came the day before KD requested his trade. So there's that. So look. So yeah. Keep on having faith in Sean Marks trading more first-round draft pick, a first-rounder for Royce O'Neal, bro. Royce O'Neal is barely worth a second-round draft pick, bro. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? You just here talking, Jason, without knowing what you're talking about. And that's the crazy part. Well, have a good night, y'all. Have a good night.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to the comment section. I could see it's going heavy. And trust me, I didn't want to interrupt T-Time while he was talking to get to the comment section. I appreciate all the Nets fans and Knicks fans that pulled up. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know where to find me and T-Time. We'll be on Twitter. Shout out to Therapy and Sports. Me and T-Time, we was on a Twitter space the other day. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, shout out to all the Twitter spaces that be showing love. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all soon, man. Y'all know I don't duck no smoking. Again, if you're a Nets fan, be patient. You know, And it don't have to be nobody else's glory but Big Fan Breezy. But the fact that we swept the Knicks 2 seasons in a row could be my own one fan, Big Fan Breezy's glory. I love it. Good night.
Yo, one last thing before I press N on this. yo, Jason, you ain't got to respect Jalen Brunson, but all the players that you respect Jalen Brunson. Whole Twitter feed that was talking about how y'all tripping, that boy could ball. And everybody underneath it, Ja Morant, a whole bunch of other people like, yeah, could ball, he could ball. Like, get ahead with that, bro. Worry about what you're going to do with Kyrie when he sit out all next year because y'all can't find a trade for him. I'm out of here. Peace.
Peace, y'all, man. Like, share, and comment.